Ever wondered why some models perform exceptionally well during training but fail miserably when exposed to new data? Or perhaps why some models just can't seem to capture the complexity of your data, no matter how much you tweak them? Well, you might be dealing with some classic cases of overfitting and underfitting. So what exactly is overfitting? Imagine you're trying to predict tomorrow's weather. You've gathered years of data: temperature, humidity, wind speed, and even the number of birds that flew past your window. You feed all this data into your model, and voila, it predicts the weather with stunning accuracy on your past data. But when you use it to predict tomorrow's weather, it's way off. That's overfitting in a nutshell. Your model has become a super sleuth, finding patterns and relationships in your training data that don't actually exist in the real world. It's like memorizing the answers to a test instead of understanding the concepts. Sure, you'll ace that specific test, but if the questions change even slightly, you're in trouble. On the other hand, underfitting is like trying to understand Shakespeare by only reading every fifth word. You're missing out on a lot of important information. An underfitted model can't fully capture the relationships in your data. It's too simple, too generic. It's like using a straight line to describe a curvy road. You'll get the general direction, but you'll miss all the twists and turns. So your model ends up performing poorly on both the training data and any new data it encounters. You may be wondering, all I need to do is stay away from both extremes, right? It's not quite that simple. Think of overfitting like cramming for a test, caught up in the small things and miss the overall picture. Meanwhile, underfitting is like not studying enough. You don't understand the depth of your data. The key is a balance. You need a model that identifies patterns in your data, making things too complicated. A model that learns, not just memorizes. A model that can apply your training data to new situations. In the end, remember that a perfect model doesn't exist. There will always be some error, some deviation from the truth. The goal is not to eliminate these errors, but to minimize them, to find that sweet spot between overfitting and underfitting. And that, my friends, is the art and science of machine learning.